So we're still working on the lighting, and I thought that I would take a moment just to show you how we do the outdoor lighting. You can save a lot of money, and you can make your home and your property beautiful. Years ago, I got a quote for outdoor lighting for our home. And they gave me a quote of $25,000. And I said, oh my God, for that kind of money, I'll hire myself. So I went out and learned how to do outdoor lighting, and it's very easy. The beauty of outdoor lighting is that it's done with low voltage electricity, so 12 volts. You can't get shocked. You can't get electrocuted from it. You know? So I'm going to show you the components of outdoor lighting and how to put an outdoor lighting system together. So the first thing you need is something called a transformer. That's this machine here. And what it does is it converts regular alternating current from your house, 120 volts, down to direct current, 12 volts. The stuff that, same things that your car has. And these come in different sizes, 300 watts, 400 watts, 600 watts. Basically, it depends on how many light bulbs you're going to have. See, this is one of our lights that we're going to be using. This one is a 30 watt. This happens to be, come over here, Jason. This happens to be a 600 watt transformer. And so it has two bays, COM1 and COM2, each of them 300 watts, okay? So this one can handle 10 of these lights because these are 30 watts each, 30 times 10, 300. And this one can handle 10 more. So this transformer can handle 20 lights, which is the total number of lights that are going in the garden. If you exceed that, it'll keep tripping the breaker. So first thing I want to tell you about doing outdoor lighting is don't buy junk. Don't go to Home Depot to buy this stuff. Don't buy the plastic junk. Don't buy any of that. It doesn't last. It goes bad. It needs maintenance. You're working on it forever and you're throwing pieces out and buying new pieces. Don't, okay? Buy high quality stuff. Your lights have to be high quality. Transformer has to be high quality. Typically for landscape lighting, you want to use brass lights. Now, they're not inexpensive. They're expensive. But you don't need that many when you have high quality lights. They have huge, beautiful bulbs. And they come in different angles, right? So you can have a LED light that shoots like this and lights a big, huge space, or one that shoots a very specific, pointy thing, so they're fantastic. I'll show you some of them. Come with me. And Jason, be careful with the sun because we're going to be walking in the wrong direction. But so this is an outdoor light here. This is made by Kishler. You can see it's brass. It's, it turns green after a while. I could polish it, but I don't bother, I'll show you some more. Let's see. So there's one right there. See? So this is a spotlight. And this lights all of that area right there. Okay? There's one hiding here. And this one lights our barn at night, and so on. And these are all made of brass, very nice. Now for the garden, I didn't want the big expensive brass ones because first, we're putting up 20 of them. It's a lot of money. And second, those things are beautiful. They're fantastic, but they're heavy. And again, we're putting 20 of them up. So I went looking and I found these on Amazon. Now again, these are still high quality. They're just plastic instead. Okay, there's some metal. This is aluminum. But this is plastic. But they're still very high quality, 30 watts each, okay? It's important that you use good high quality lighting because with good bulbs and good lighting, this will last a lifetime. We put it up, we'll never have to do it again. So let me show you then how to put together an outdoor lighting system. It starts with a transformer, right? So you have your transformer, and from here is where the juice comes out. So this is outdoor wire. This is what's called direct burial outdoor lighting wire. You basically plug it into this machine, run it underground, under your mulch to wherever your lights are. Don't worry, you don't have to dig a big trench. You just put it just under the ground, okay? What happens if you hit it with a shovel and you cut it? Nothing. That's the beauty of low voltage wiring. Nothing happens, okay? So here, if you look a little closer, Jason, there's two ports to this transformer. See, COM1 and COM2. So each of them in this case, because this is a 600 watt transformer, each of them is 300 watts. So if I was coming out of this to go to a lighting place, I would come out with, One wire goes to COM1 and one wire goes to the tap. And the tap is either 12 volts, 13, 14, 15. That's because DC lighting, direct current lighting, loses voltage over distance, a lot of voltage over distance. And so if you wanted to have 12 volts and you were going 150 feet away, you start out with 15 volts. By the time you got there, you'd barely have 12 volts left, okay? Now, I'm a little bit retentive, so I tend to do things a little bit more than other people. It really doesn't matter how you hook up these wires, but I kind of like to do it in a specific way. So this wire always has writing on one of the legs. You can see there's writing on that one, nothing on this one. So I always say whiting, lighting, okay? And basically what I do is I put the one with the writing to the COM port and the other one to the tap. And they come in to the bottom here, okay? So you'd end up with one here and one here. You close enough, Jason, to see it? Like that. And they come in here, and then you unscrew the screw and you tighten it, okay? So let's just imagine we've done that, okay? And so we have this wire coming out of our transformer, okay? And there's an on-off switch here for each of the two COMs, right? On, off. Okay, so now I come along and I need to hook up a light. So I have arrived at my first light. Okay, so I stripped the, I get there, I stripped the wire. So let me just do that real quick. Okay, so I have my wires stripped. I have the wires from the light. See, the light comes with two wires, always two wires, it's 12 volts, right? And they're stripped. They're not really stripped, but we're going to make believe that they are. Okay. Now I need to connect them together. Next thing. Buy only high-quality connectors. They are the weak link in your lighting system. If you use junk connectors, you are going to be working forever. So the best connectors are these guys. They look like this. They come in two parts. They look like this. One part is full of a jelly, which keeps the water out. And the other one has holes. So when you're connecting, let's say this light to this, lighting, remember? So the one with the white lettering, we put it into here. The red, we put it into here. And we strip both of them and we twist them together, right? Just the copper pieces, right? Now we need to connect them. So we have these little things. You buy this at any lighting place, or you can get it on Amazon, okay? You can see, okay? So then you put this over the wires, like that, and then you take your pliers and you crimp it really hard. Boom, and you're done. Then you push the wires back into the connector, and you put the gel cap on, and you have a connection that will never come loose, will never rust, will never give you trouble. You bury it in the ground and it's fine. Now you notice, so far, all I've done is the red wire and the whiting lighting. Now, I would have to do another one for the black wire and the black lighting. Now, what if we needed to continue on to the next light? So we take another piece of wire, we split it. It doesn't come split, you have to split it yourself, right? So you just give it a little splice at the beginning here, and then you see, you grab it with your fingers and you split it, okay? So now what you would do if you were doing a continuation light is you would have whiting lighting again, right? So that goes in here. So now I have two of the black wires plus my light that I'm doing in this particular location. So the third hole is for my light, and that's why there's three holes in this, okay? One is for the juice coming in, one is for the appliance, whatever it is you're connecting, and the other one is for the continuation line that goes out of here. And you'd connect all three of them together with your little copper thing, and you'd pinch them together with pliers. You'd do the same thing to the other three wires, and now you'd have a functioning light, and you would have a piece of wire that would continue on to your next light or your next appliance. And that's how you build that. It's really easy. And that's it. That's all there is. And you dig a little trench, and you bury the wire. You don't have to go very deep at all, just enough so you can't see the wire. And what if the wire comes up and you can see it? Bury it again, And what if the wire somehow got broken? Good, twist it together, put one of these in there. You're done. It's very safe. So that's it. That's all there is to it, okay? And then you use the different lights that you want, and you point them however you want. There's a whole science to that, but you'll figure it out. Now, that's if all you want to do is have lights, right? And then you go out into your garage when you want lights, and you throw the switch. There's two switches right here, right? Each of them controls the 300 watt each bank, and you have lights. Now, the problem with that little thing is it's kind of a pain in the butt, right? You need lights, got to go throw a switch. So what if you want your lights to come on automatically? Maybe at dusk and go until dawn, or come on at dusk and run for a couple of hours, or come on and run for a while and then stop and then turn themselves back on, and whatever, any kind of crazy program you might want, you know? And what if you wanted it all to happen when you're away? And what if you wanted to change the programming on the fly, or you want to turn on the lights, but you're not home, you're away? Well, they have a way to do that, okay? So there's many ones. I use this one, Smart Logic, okay? And what comes with this first is this little machigany here, this little thing, okay? It has a little antenna that you screw in here, and it comes with a little LAN wire. You plug it in the back of this, and you put this near your router, and you plug this into your router. And that's it. That's all you do with this, okay? And there's a website you go to, they give you instructions to operate it, okay? And then there's this other little machine here, okay? So this is a switch. It's basically an on-off switch. It's got an antenna, okay? So you take this switch and you come over here to your transformer, and you see there's this wire. All transformers have this wire. You unplug it. Instead of plugging into the transformer, you plug it into the switch. And then you plug the switch into the transformer. Make sure your antenna goes to the bottom hole and is hanging outside. Okay, now you're on the internet. This thing is talking to this thing. You log on to the website. You can tell your lights to do all kinds of marvelous things. Mine control my whole property. The pool lights, everything is controlled by one of these. These have a beautiful range too, by the way. In my case, the transformer for the property lights, of which there are many, is in my garage here. The machine, the controller, is on the other side of the house through a steel door, and they talk to each other with no problem. This thing's got great range. And so you get an app for your computer, but you also get an app for your phone, and kind of looks like this. Let me see if I can get mine up. Maybe we could show it to them. What do you think, Jason? Can we zoom in here? So let me see. There it is, okay? Smart lighting. It's just booting up. Come on, let's go. Okay, and there's, see, all yard lighting, there's gazebo lights, my pool lights. All I gotta do is tap, you know? And I can also do all the programming, but I can turn them on and off at will. So now you have a really sophisticated lighting system, and you did it for relatively low amounts of money. It sure as hell won't cost you $25,000. It won't even cost you $2,500. If you're not buying some giant transformer like I am here, 600 watts, if you're just doing a small thing, $100 and some odd dollars, a couple of $100 maybe. Most expensive thing other than the transformer is your light fixtures, you know, and you want to get really good quality ones. But so you can do this. This is really easy. Don't be afraid to try this project on your own. So anyway, we've done half of our lighting. If you look up here, Jason, they can see all of these lights are here. There's 10 of them on this side of the garden. Each of them is 30 watts, right? So 30 times 10, 300 watts. So COM 1 is used up. Now we're about to connect COM 2 and come over here and connect the remaining lights. So let me just, I have exactly the correct number of lights. So this one is going to go on the floor here, because this one is going to get mounted up there and light up the steps at night. And then if you come down here, you'll see I have lights all on the floor, right? That's basically where each light is going to go. And there's more here. And so there's a total of 10, which are going to connect and, you know, use up the other 300 watts. In our case, and I always recommend, by the way, that you, when you buy these lights, especially when you buy the expensive lights, the ones made of brass, just buy what you need, because they last forever. And so do the bulbs that go in there, the really high quality LEDs. But these are a little bit more plasticky, right? So I'm going to buy a couple of extra ones, only because, you know, if one breaks a year from now, these people won't be around. I won't be able to get a match. So I'm going to buy a couple of extra ones, because they're not expensive, you know. As a matter of fact, we started out with these, see? AF-CMOs. They're nice. They are yellow light, slightly yellow. Well, we went to order, I bought a few to test, like 8 of them, and I liked them, they were good, so I went to order the rest. Can't get any more, God knows when they're going to have the rest. So the nearest thing I found was these. They're the exact same light. they're probably made by the same people. I'm sure they're made by the same people in the same place. They just give it a different name. But these happen to be white lights. So I have a little bit of a mishmash of lights in here. But it actually turned out okay because it's giving you sort of a halo effect. So what I've done is I've placed these in the locations where they're going to be hooked up there. And we're going to start screwing them into place, and then we'll run our wiring just like I showed you, and run it up into the garage. The transformer is going to be up in the garage, and our lighting will be done. That's, of course, the top lighting, right? Which is beautiful. We already ran, last night we ran that half, and boy, did it light the place up beautifully. Then the next phase is there's another transformer, which is going to light all the little lights that are going to light up the ground here, and the little spotlights that are going to light the statues. That's the secondary light system. And we'll do that after another time. But for now, we're going to do these. I hope that that the instructional little bit was helpful. If you really would like to have your house lit, dive right in. This is nothing's brain science, except for maybe brain science, right? So this is not hard to do, and it's not dangerous. You're not going to get hurt. So let's continue and see how we finish today. Okay, so we did our lighting. It's pitch black out here now. Well, not pitch black, but pretty dark. And I wanted to show you the power of lighting. So, here's our home. It's pretty nice, and you can see the lights from inside. But watch what happens when I turn the landscape lighting on. Look at that. Huh? Isn't that beautiful? And you can do this yourself, and it's not that expensive, and it's beautiful. We're going to take you up to the garden now, but come on along. I'll show you what we've done. Please forgive the mess. We're having some painting done here, and so we had to take our patio furniture and put it out here. But you can see the lights everywhere. There's lights there lighting up that tree, and you see our little high hats here, and the beautiful lights up on top of the pergola. Yeah, very nice. So we're going to walk up to the garden now, and we'll meet you guys up there. Come along. So we're up here now, and just one final time to show you the power of lighting. If you look out into our backyard, you probably can't see much because it's dark, right? Watch what happens. Push of one button. Look at that. How beautiful is that, huh? So, yeah. So now we're going to show you the garden and the lighting work that we did. Jason, why don't you show them how it looks like in the dark? That's what it looks like in the dark. Okay, now, we don't have internet connection up at the garage yet, so I can't use an app to turn it on. So Dagmar is going to be our app. So we're going to go over to the entrance to the garden, and she's going to go up into the garage, and she's going to be the turner-oner. Come on along. All right, so we're here. As you can see, it's pitch black. You hear our frog? We have a resident frog. A couple of them, actually. But anyway, Dagmar is going to be our app. So, baby, go ahead. Okay? And let there be light. What do you think, guys? Huh? Come on in. Isn't that beautiful? So in the middle of the night, pitch black, and no problem. We can see everything. The garden's beautifully lit. We can pick vegetables. We can sit out here and have a drink. Just enjoy our environment. There's 20 30-watt bulbs up there, but they're 30-watt LED bulbs. Each of them is equivalent to 200 watts. So up there's the equivalent of 4,000 watts of lighting. And it's pretty nice. If we look, for example, here at our backyard right now, I don't think you can see it at all, right? So watch the power of light again. Just give me a second for the app to come on, and boom. See the difference? Much nicer, okay? Anyway, so yeah, here's our lettuce station, and beautifully lit up, because we use a lot of lettuce. Boy, frogs, huh? They want to be in the video too. So it's beautiful, right? I mean, the flowers and all that. So this is the first phase of the lighting, right? The upstairs part of the lighting. So this is, when you want to get it bright. But there's going to be ambiance lighting. Ooh, you okay? Yep. There's going to be ambiance lighting. Each of these plants is going to get 2 little 1-watt bulbs that will light up the ground. Just give it a nice glow. So all over the place, there'll be this glow. Let me see if I can come this way and talk to our frogs and tell them to please be quiet, okay? Shh, 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 shh. Guys, not now, okay? A little later. Thank you. So there'll be 40 of those 1-watt bulbs. So it's actually a bigger wiring job than this was, because there's only 20 lights up there. So that'll be done another time, and we'll do a video about that. But for now, here's our lighting. It's really nice, makes the place very usable. You know, it's very nice. You can use it any time of the day or night. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you will adventure into doing your own lighting, because it's easy and can't get hurt. It's a beautiful thing. And thank you for visiting, and we hope you come back again soon. Ciao, ciao.